Is it possible to make a game in 3 hours? Except me, there have been people who make games in 3 hours. Heck, there's even a game jam about making a game in that time frame. Oh. Is it possible for myself to make a game in 3 hours? Let's find out. But here's the thing. I have no idea on what I should make. So I found a game jam theme generator. And now, it's time to find out what the theme is going to be. Magnetism. Okay. After that, I started a timer and made a new Unity project. I started by making a magnet, which is unfortunately a square. For those wondering how I did this, I just used a point effector, which is basically a magnet. I mean, it's kind of obvious since the icon for the point effector is a magnet. And by connecting it to an is trigger that is used by an effector, we got magnetism! Yay! I then tried to think of how the game would work by testing around with the magnetism. And then, I had an idea. You move a planet that is also a magnet, don't ask. And that planet attracts a metal ball. So you have to move the planet in a way where you don't cause the ball to fall, or where the ball doesn't hit obstacles. With that idea in mind, I started off by making a planet and adding a point effector to it. I then added the Circle Collider 2D with an is trigger that is used by the effector, and the planet is now a magnet. I then made it so that the planet will always be on the mouse, but that did not go well, so I just changed the code so when you drag the planet, its position will be the same as the mouse's position. And there we go! We got a planet you can drag with ease. After that, I set up a level and then imported the Cinemachine package, which will make camera movement easier to implement. And after setting it up, I got it working on the first try. Oh. Now it works. However, due to the wacky physics of the game, the camera is really glitchy. I don't think that Cinemachine was made for the type of game I'm working on. So, as sadly as it seems, I had to kill Cinemachine. Because of Cinemachine's demise, I decided that the best thing to do is to change the game from a level-based game to an arcade-based game, which means you have to get the highest score possible. I started by reusing a couple of scripts, and within minutes, I made a working enemy spawning system. Now, this game needs a scoring system, so I added text and started working on the scoring system. And while I was working on the scoring system, the first hour had finished. It's the second hour, so let's do some stuff. I started off the second hour by finding a new font, even though I should have finished the scoring system first. But hey, it's a 3-hour challenge. I found a font I really liked and added it into the game.
A few minutes later,
I finally finished the scoring system, and not only that, I made it so that you can die as well. Now it's time for the next thing that's on our list, graphics, because circles are dumb. I went to Photoshop and made a circle. Then, I used the gradient tool to make a shading effect. After that, I drew some eyes and a mouth. And there we go! We have an enemy. I then repeated the process for the green ball and the planet. And we now have graphics. Now, this game needs some post-processing. So I imported the post-processing package and set up some post-processing. Only to remove it when I realized none of the post-processing effects worked because of the game's graphics.
Luigi, look!
Friendship ended with post-processing. Now Unity's particle system is my best friend.
Spaghetti!
So I added some particles using Unity's particle system, a great system that allows you to make the best particles ever. And now, when one of the enemies or the green ball dies, they explode into particles. And what's this? Hour 2 has ended! It's time for the final hour! Wait, why can't I hear anything? Oh, I haven't added sounds yet. So I added some sounds by using my audio manager script and reusing some sounds from my sound archive. And we now have sounds. Ow, my ears! And after tweaking the volume, we now have sounds that won't hurt your ears. Of course, we still need music, so I went to opengameart.org to find some music I like. And that failed. So I went to Studioz.com and found some music I liked. And now, the game has music. After that, I added the sound for when you drag, because sounds are amazing. Next up on my list was a title screen. Can we get a montage here? And there we go! We have a functional title screen. You might have noticed that there is a YouTube icon on the bottom left. That's because if someone were to click the button, that should open a link to my YouTube channel, and that could help me earn subscribers in the future. Speaking of, you should subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell to be notified for when I release another video. Let's make these stats change. Now where were we? Oh, I remember, getting that button to work. Of course, I don't know how to do that, so after some quick searching, I found a tutorial on hyperlinks by Blackthorn Prod, and after finishing the tutorial, I think I have a working button. After that, I playtested the game for any bugs I might find, and once I finished playtesting the game, I knew it was all done. I had made a game in 3 hours. Of course, I still needed to release the game, so I made a build, and oh, why are there so many errors? That is all for this video. If you liked what you were watching, then like, subscribe, and don't get stuck in a beehive. Thanks for watching. Bye!
Time to abandon ship.